everybody, welcome to another episode of our podcast. This podcast is brought to you by our patrons, people like Daniel Fromhers, Tibro, Gabe Nawelski, I'm so sorry Gabe, Smiles, and Miracle. Thanks very much for supporting us. You can find bonus content like behind the scenes, extra stuff that are what our D&D kits look like. That's something we're posting at the moment. You can find all of that over on our Patreon, which is patreon.com/shriekingwizard. Today with me, I'm Jenny. I'm the DM of High Hopes or Rolls. Today with me I have Amy.
Hello.
Who is Gimgar and Hashaan. I have Alex, who is Paddy.
Hello.
And I also have, I also have Gwing, who is Beth.
It's close enough.
Time.
It's me.
I have Beth, who is Gwing.
Hi.
We also will do the Shrieking Wizard stuff, like the production-y things for the show. But that's our characters. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
I had to wake up early today.
Yeah.
Very sorry about that, lads.
So not used to seeing the morning.
No,
Never
never.
morning people at all in any way. So
And by morning they mean 9 a.m.
Yeah.
We had a meeting at 9 a.m. this
I
morning.
mean, I set my alarm for 8 and that was inhuman for me. That was an ungodly hour to be awake.
Considering that yesterday I woke up at 11:45.
I woke up at 12:30 yesterday.
I wake up at like 7 every day. 7 a.m.
All right,
the
you get it.
strongest
You're better
soul.
than us.
Yeah, but I have to go to bed at like 10 o'clock. I just live my life, 10 hours differently to yours.
Yeah.
I guess we can't all be nocturnal, to be fair.
Yeah. You three specifically are the nocturnal crew.
Yeah.
I was about to make an owl sound and then I forgot what an owl sounded like.
I would
Reasons
love
I
to
shouldn't
hear
wake up in
your
the
owl
morning.
sound anyway.
Hoot, hoot. There we go.
I'd like to hear the guess. Confused owl.
Who?
Who am I?
Okay.
Anyway, so that's how we're doing.
Yeah, really, really well. We have some of your questions that you have left all over the place. You can contact us with your questions, your comments, whatever you want, on Patreon, Twitter, at Wizardco. I'm really good at this, guys. On Instagram at the Shriekingwizardco. Shriekingwizardco.
We're the Shrieking Wizard Co.
And also, you can leave a YouTube comment. That would be cool.
Yeah.
All right,
We also
Palpatine.
have relatively new, I say that, it's like a couple of months old now, but you can join us over on Discord if you want, on our amazing, amazing server, our High Hopes or Rolls server.
It's full of
so
such
good.
lovely people.
I'm looking at it.
If you're watching this on
right
YouTube,
now.
there will be a link in the description for you to be able to join us. It's so much fun. Everybody's really, really nice. There's loads of amazing artwork, both from the show. Lots of people post their fan art there, but also people just post the stuff that they're working on. And it's very motivating. I love it. And
Also, sometimes we see pictures of people's pets.
yeah,
There are so many
So
pictures of
that's-
cute pets.
somebody
Like, that's
has
the best bit.
capybaras.
What?
Not as pets, but like somebody's looking after capybaras, and I
I
got to
didn't
see
see
a
that.
capybara baby for the first time ever. Turns out they're just small capybaras.
Who would have thought?
Oh, the other day someone posted their pictures of the like little kittens, but like fresh
Kittens.
fresh
Fresh
little
out the
baby
oven.
kittens. Yeah, like a couple
baked
hours old kittens. Oh.
It's so cute. My heart breaks.
Discord is also a really good place for you to chat with us if you want to. God knows why you'd want to. But also it's where we post all of our updates, both Patreon and YouTube, so you can get everything
else.
kind of fresh off the press. It's like every other social media. You just look at them Okay.
And on the extremely rare occasion, me and Jenny will jump into the voice chat and hear us harass one another.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally you two will like hop in voice chat and then like just tell each other off for bullying each other in Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
What was it you were saying the other day? Stop burying sticks on my island.
Yeah, she kept burying
Who's
sticks
doing
on
that?
my island.
She was leaving you
My
gifts.
existence in Animal Crossing is almost purely to annoy Amy.
I know,
Like-
and you sent me a letter last night. I'm sorry Bones makes poor clothing choices. What is wrong with you?
Well, he looks like
Look.
he's thrown up on his shirt. I'm
Look,
sorry.
I get it. My island is a home for ugly children. Okay.
Like
All
it
of
is,
your
it is one
villages
step
are
to
weird.
bully each other, but to bully villagers, that's just
Look, my
Cruel.
island
Cruel
is the
and
place
unusual.
everywhere everyone else goes when they are kicked out of their original home.
Out of people who are popular on Twitter's villages.
What I'm hearing is
I'm
that
just-
Amy's island is like the Foster's home for imaginary friends of Animal Crossing.
bully-
Really is.
I don't bully my villagers, but I do bully Amy.
Oh,
Like I
that's
have
fine.
more
You
clothes
gotta
than I have
push that bully
anything
somewhere.
else. I like furniture, you know, you get a couple of pieces out of a tree a day or whatever. Or like Timmy and or Tommy is like, here's the same thing you've seen for the past 3 days. Do you want to spend several thousand bells on it? No, thank you, Timmy and or Tommy. What I'm going to do is go next door and buy all the weird clothes so I can turn up on Amy's island and harass her.
Oh, Jenny, have you tried giving weird clothes to your villagers? It is a delight.
Oh,
Oh God!
I
Like
bought,
you can give them most clothing items and they will wear them. Like Jazz recently gave one of her villagers it's like a bath towel, and it's distressing.
amazing. If I give villagers on Amy's island things, will they wear them?
Oh, I hope
No,
so.
I don't think so.
Dang it.
Good.
That would be amazing.
Leave my ugly children alone.
Dear Nintendo, if you ignore all of the things I've said about wanting to craft multiple things at once, if you could just put in the ability to dress up other people's villages.
That's all you want now.
Yeah, if that could be the next update. Thank
Can you leave
Nintendo.
Goose alone, please?
You don't even like Goose.
I like Goose.
I thought you hated
I'm going to guess
Is
that
Goose a
Goose isn't
chicken?
an actual
No.
goose.
No, Goose is
No, he's a chicken.
Nah, mate. Goose is like my best mate. My mate.
I have a
Goose
chicken
is
called
not.
Egbert,
Oh, that's a good name for a chicken.
but I just call him Eggbutt.
An even better name for a chicken.
I have a villager called Camo Frog.
Oh, Camo Frog.
Oh, I remember
He's
Camo
so
Frog.
I have-
upsetting.
I have his amiibo card. He's so aggressively like soldiery.
He's a boomer.
He's so old.
He was really cool. He was like, I only ever had the Nintendo DS version of Animal Crossing when I was a kid, and I remember him being like one of my coolest villagers.
He looks cool, but he's like
He
he's always
sounds-
shouting about something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and, like his voice is like so raspy, which is weird because he's an animal in Animal Crossing.
And
He
he's so
shouldn't be
tiny.
raspy.
He's so tiny.
I really love all of the
Yes,
villagers
he's a
who
cult-
are like
well-
aggressively about working out.
At least in
Yeah,
Oh,
Goose
yeah.
is like that.
yeah.
I
There's,
have
like,
Snake
sets
the
of them,
bunny.
aren't there? There's like the workout villagers, and then there's like the fashion villagers, and then there's the food villagers.
Oh, I got two food villagers, Bones and Rex. Rex is cute.
They're like they're like lazy villagers. Yeah, and then
Have
there's
like
Peppy
an abundance of fashion villagers.
Oh, I've got,
yeah, those are like the peppy ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got Peggy, and she's
Yeah.
like, I am Hashaan, and I'm like, please go away.
yeah.
Is Peggy a pig? Oh, yeah.
I thought she
I know-
was cute, and now she just annoys me. But I'm too nice to
Oh.
kick her out.
Amy's
You gotta be
home for
ruthless,
weird
Amy.
children.
No.
You don't have to accept all
Someone's
of
got
the
to have
weird
the
children.
ugly kids. I guess it'll be me.
You love the ugly children.
Yeah. Someone's got to.
I love how this podcast episode has just turned into Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking of ugly children,
That's the name of this episode, Amy's Ugly Kids.
Amy's home for ugly villagers.
Oh dear.
I've like become obsessed with the rattan furniture. So whenever I see
that stuff's
anything
yeah.
rattan, I like foam at the mouth with excitement.
Do you guys ever go outside now and look at a bug and go, could sell that?
How many bells is that worth?
How many bells is that one?
Can I pay off a mortgage with this?
You ever go to the grocery store and see a turnip and you're like, stonks?
Stonks. I love that that's what it's called. Stonks.
Oh my god, Amy, are you okay?
What
I feel
you
like
don't
Amy's
know
only
is
just
that
left. It's called the stonks.
me and Amy are being recorded by our sound engineer, Oliver Moore, and he can't hear Alex or Beth, so he's like stony faced just watching me and Amy laugh. Laugh at stonks.
Oh, poor Ollie.
I can only imagine that adds to the comedy.
I'm so sorry.
Whenever Ollie edits my audio, it's just like every now and then it's just a chunk of spike. Like it's never a spike. It's just
like a solid block of just peaked audio where Amy's cackled.
Yeah, the other day we
Getting the
recorded
evil side
something
eye.
for YouTube, which was really fun. I had a lot of time. I had a lot of time fun doing it. Fucking hell! I do words good. I had a lot of fun doing the thing that we recorded, and about 2 minutes into it, Amy absolutely loses her mind. And from that point onwards, I'd say for like 5 minutes, you just had to basically mute her. Laughing so loudly.
She just sort of wheezes just endlessly.
There's like conversation happening, and much like now in the background, she's just wheezing.
The best part is Amy's laugh is so infectious that suddenly everybody's doing it, so the whole bit of audio is just hell.
I was editing that video the other day, and I was like, wow, I've gotten very sick of myself very quickly. We actually talk about stuff that's relevant to the thing that we do.
Oh, you want to
I
talk
don't know,
about
I feel like Animal Crossing is very relevant.
That's most of what we're doing nowadays.
I was going to say Animal Crossing is pretty relevant in the fact that it stopped me doing any actual work. I've been doing virtual work,
in that
like
mood.
reading. But sure, yeah, let's talk about, I was going to say earlier, speaking of ugly children, let's talk about our ugly children.
You're going to have to narrow it down, Jenny, which ones.
See, the thing is, though, is you went, speaking of ugly children, you look at me.
Oh.
I was like, all right.
It's just rude.
Yeah,
Be honest,
I'm
I guess.
talking to you. It's a conversation. We make eye contact over this sound barrier wall that
Yeah, I
we've
can only
improvised.
see the top of your head.
I'm just imagining you two are like that clip from SpongeBob where it's like you, me, and this wall you've built between us.
Oh yeah, well he's like gonna blow up or something. And
Yeah, he ate like a dynamite pie or something.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
SpongeBob.
Well, would you like a question to kick us off?
Sure, what have the people been asking?
Please funnel this.
Yeah.
Funnel this disaster.
Okay.
Need to direct this energy.
Feltrix asked on a previous podcast episode about well, they say, what's going on with Amy's characters? Is she playing Gimgar and Hashaan at the same time? And if so, how did that start?
That is a question, Jenny. What is going on with my
What
character?
is going on with
What's going on with you, Amy?
I don't know.
You're playing. We exist in 2 points in time.
Yes.
We exist in the point in time that the show is at which point Amy is Gimgar. And we exist in time at the point where the game is at which point Amy is Hashaan.
Is.
Yeah, because in our campaign, when we play, people sort of like swap out characters to sort of try out different classes and stuff quite often.
Well, yeah, we've been playing for like
Nobody.
this campaign's been going for like 5 or so years.
Yeah.
So every now and then we want to like jazz it up. Like as much as we love our original babies, you know.
I love
sometimes.
Gimgar, but I cannot put up with her for that long. Like, fuck me, she's annoying.
Amy, love your children.
No,
She is your original child.
she's my original ugly child.
She's the first child, which means she gets the worst treatment.
She's certainly stinky. I mean, I say that. She might not be ugly, but she certainly is your stinky child.
Yeah, oh
She
my god.
is.
Yeah, like the thing with our first characters is we made them, most of us, never playing D&D before. So like we just sort of slapped some stuff together at the start of our first session. So every now and then you want to like make a character that's a little more refined, you know, and you spend a little more time. Just sometimes.
Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I only made Hashaan because I just wanted to be better than Liam.
Oh, I thought it was going to be spoilery, so I was like, put a censor bar here.
Is this a revelation to Liam? Does he know this?
What?
Does Liam know this?
Oh, no. I'm pretty sure she's told Liam.
I'm pretty sure you have told Liam very aggressively before. You're like, Liam, I'm going to be better than you. And you have to deal with it around the game table.
Because it's no secret that Nagar wants to be part paladin, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, cool. I'm just going to be a whole paladin.
Okay. Do you remember the conversation where you were like, how tall is he? And I was like, I don't know, he's like 6'3", and you were like, okay, so I'm taller than that. And he's a white dragonborn, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, I'm a black one now.
Sounds like an Amy conversation.
I was just feeling a bit.
I was like, what are his stats? I'm like, I don't know, not off the top of my head. And well, I assume that I'm just going to be better than him.
The fact of the matter is, like, Amy, I know you love Liam with your whole heart. He's a real good buddy of all of us. But in game, that vine of Hashaan flipping him off is absolutely the energy.
Yeah. I don't know what drove me to do that, but
I feel like at the time when you were making Hashaan, your actual in-world relationship with Liam was not dissimilar.
No.
Where, like, you were friends, but also Liam.
There was a layer of one-upmanship that was part of the foundation.
Yeah. I think I just didn't like that Liam was getting, like, more hit points than me. So I was like, how dare you?
I see.
I don't mean to be competitive, but it just happens.
It turns out you are.
I'm very competitive.
Competitive but not dying.
Yes. Like, I will be the last one to die. Yeah, Hashaan's gone down more than anything else I've ever played.
Yes.
It's because she's the target, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she's big and she's scary, so things go for her.
She's the big tough cream puff that Jenny will always
also,
aim for.
you are big and shiny. Like, I don't. You're like wearing a massive suit of plate mail with which basically might as well have "kill me" written across it. Like, and also, this isn't necessarily a bad thing, especially for like Paddy and the softer people. But like, you do put yourself in between them.
Oh yes, I am very grateful for that because, good God.
I'm a
squishy baby.
I'm just gonna like get engraved on Hashaan's armor. Don't kill me. I'm a mum of 8.
You should get a bumper sticker.
I want to see Hashaan in one of those, like, you know, those ridiculous T-shirts that are so specific that you see on like deep dive Google image searches. Do you know the ones that I mean? Like where it's like
of Americans on holiday?
Kind of, but the one where it's like, don't mess with a dragonborn that was born on a Tuesday in July who also knows karate. Like, you know the kind?
Yeah.
It's like so particular. And it's like only one person could ever wear this and have it make some kind of sense. There is too much context. I just want to see Hashaan in one of those so badly.
I feel like we should talk about Gwing a whole bunch because we've got Beth here.
Oh,
yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, no.
Okay, so Gwing is the coolest character in all of the High Hopes campaign. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Well,
the only one with any common sense, I will say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually has an ability to get what we need.
It's because normally there's some sort of argument happening about what we're going to do when one's going one way and the other's going the other way and they're headbutting each other and, you know, then there's some magical knives appearing and while this is happening, Gwing's just gone and done it.
Yeah.
And then she just comes back.
Which I remember we were like debating about something once and then Gwing just went to scout it and she was like, yeah, this happened. And we were like, oh.
Oh, you left the room?
Oh. Well.
Oh, okay.
It's because she got that stealth as well.
Yeah, man.
She can just sort of slink off and do things properly while everybody's sort of being like, what do we do? And then come back and be like, it's fine.
Like, doesn't she literally have sneaky feet? Like, the shoes.
Oh, she's got sneaky shoes.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you meant like
they give
like a feat, like an ability.
No. No, she has sneaky shoes. They give her advantage on stealth rolls. Not that she needs them.
Pew, pew,
Her,
pew.
like,
like
Air horns.
her dex modifier is like something insane, isn't it?
it's 20.
Ooh.
My dex is at 20, so
What?
my dex mod is plus
Plus 5.
Good
yeah.
lord.
Fuck, son.
Yeah, but my her acrobatics is like plus 11 or something.
Yeah, they've got, like,
ridiculous.
it's that, and is it her perception stat that's really high?
Oh yeah, her
One
perception.
of her,
Yeah,
like, keen senses
Nice.
things.
yeah, her perception. Her she's good at looking. She's quiet. She watches
And she pays
and then
attention.
she acts.
That's the thing. I
Very
think the rest of the party has a problem with paying attention to things that Gwing just covers single-handedly.
Well, I can sadly say that Hashaan's method is just, I'm just going to cover my ears with my hands and just ignore everything, and because I'm so sick of noise.
Which is great for the leadership role that Hashaan fulfills.
Yeah.
Like Hashaan and Gwing play very like similar kind of have to control this kind of chaos.
Gwing's just better
Whereas,
at
like,
it.
Hashaan is actually trying to control it. She's like, no, you will listen to me, and Gwing
Yeah.
just she just doesn't bother
Just
anymore.
rolls with
She
the
just
punches.
does the thing anyway. Like she just accepts that it will be chaotic, and they're gonna do the thing that they shouldn't do.
Yeah.
And you just have to let them do it.
No.
My favorite thing recently is that Gwing has started because like usually, for example, you enter a dungeon, okay, and then you send the rogues first, right? They scout ahead because they're
Yeah.
quick and they're silent, and hopefully they can detect traps.
On a
Which
good day.
previously has just been Paddy and Malark, and they have slowly been getting better at it, like with the looking for traps, and like, because I feel like a little bit, I'm going to throw you under the bus here, Alex, that the two
Oh,
of
go
you
for
would like run ahead and then be like, cool, and then you would just wait for people to catch up to you. You
Oh,
wouldn't-
absolutely, yeah. I
You
think we
wouldn't
have
look
done that in
for
the past.
anything. You wouldn't report back. You wouldn't do any of that shit. But
'Cause
now
that's the thing,
Gwing
so
has
many of the
started
time,
going with you.
Like,
so
we'll be going through a hallway and you're like, okay, make a whatever check, and we can pass it really easily because we're rogues, and then we're like, yeah, this is fine. And then Hashaan comes clunking through and falls face first into a bit of spikes. And we're like, oops.
Her face is the same the whole way through it. She's been impaled by a spike, and she's like, well, I guess this might as well just happen. Life is suffering.
But now Gwyn goes with the rogues. So when
So now we have
When-
stealth and sense.
yeah, there's somebody being like, hey, maybe one of us should go back and tell
Stealth and
someone, and maybe it
sensibility,
shouldn't be
that's
me, so that I don't leave you two alone here.
She is actually, you've mentioned her a couple of times, and you call her a ranger. She is a ranger, but that's her second class. She started as a rogue.
That one we didn't
She's-
know
she's
what
actually-
D&D was.
She's actually split like 50-50 at the moment.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
so
I always forget.
because I was always confused as to what she actually started as, a ranger or a rogue. But so it was a
Well,
rogue.
she started as a rogue,
Nice.
although this is one of those things where I think if I re-rolled her, like if I know now what I did then, she would probably be a full ranger. But she's split. I think we're level 11 at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, around the
Yeah,
the
so
game
she's
table.
five rogue and 6 ranger, I think.
Yeah, I mean, what level are you in the? What level do you think you are in the show? I mean, I don't remember. I think you might be
I
level
think
8.
we're
I think we're
9.
around-
5? No,
I think we were
less
level
than that,
7.
I think.
At that
Oh,
point,
yeah,
because that
7
was
sounds
around
about
when I
right.
joined and I had to make a level
Well,
7 character.
I'm trying to
Oh,
think.
yeah, there you go then. 7.
I had the spell blur, so whatever level I got.
Oh my god, I
that
forgot
at
Gimgar could do
was-
that.
is the level that we're at. So probably like 9.
I kind of imagine, like, thinking back to Gimgar using the blur spell, I kind of imagine it like, you know, the squirrel in Over the Hedge?
Has too many coffees.
Yeah.
yeah.
He like moves and the rest of the world stays still.
Yeah.
It is the most
That's not even what blur
annoying
does, it's just
spell.
that visual.
You're welcome.
It was insanely irritating.
You're
Gimgar's
welcome.
fucking armor class was so high.
Not anymore.
And then she was like, oh, and also now I'm like really hard to hit doubly. I'm like super like a little fucking bee or whatever. I was so annoying. I'm a really clanky bee, and it was so annoying.
What did you call me the other day? You called me a
spell.
big bee.
Yeah, because something was bouncing off of a window, and you were like, what was that, a big bee? And I was like, you're a big bee. Only premium wordplay in this house.
That's like one of my favorite things conversationally that I picked up since knowing you guys, just responding to like everything with "you're" whatever. Like,
But the moment you know it's bad is when you accidentally say something insulting.
Yeah. Just do it without even thinking about it. Like somebody's like, "Oh, this thing is stupid." And you're like, "You're stupid." Oh shit, no.
no, wait, I love you.
Sorry.
It's when like you accidentally do it to your parent or something, and they look at you like,
Oh my god, I keep doing
"What
it. to
have
my
you
mum.
done?"
Boss battle engaged.
God, I do that to my sister all the time, and she's like, "What?" Like she's so confused.
Yeah, it's both misunderstanding and insulting them.
Yeah.
Everybody tell me from Rosebuds, they have 2 questions.
Ooh.
What is the least in character thing you have done while playing? And what is your favourite thing about your characters?
Least in character.
Oh,
God.
It's tough. Ooh, I don't
I don't know
know.
least in character. That one's really hard because I just play myself
Yeah.
in D&D.
And then like anything,
don't-
like we have moments that are out of character, but that's just us as players discussing things.
I've
So it's kind of
definitely
hard to
messed up with
pinpoint.
Hashaan a few times more than I have with Gimgar, because Gimgar is me, so whatever comes out of Gimgar's mouth is, you know, to the role. But Hashaan, I can't think of anything specific.
Yeah.
There's
I
probably
mean, I was
loads.
gonna
Yeah.
say it's kind of like I wouldn't say there's anything that you could pinpoint as being the least in character, but I would say sometimes in D&D it's kind of hard to remember your character's motivations or anything.
It's
Yeah.
hard
Kind of have to remind
sometimes,
yourself.
like it's hard with obviously with Hashaan because she really has to think about everything she does, whereas like a lot of the time I'm a bit of a chaos goblin, so I'll just do whatever's ever gets me results, whereas Hashaan
Yeah.
can't really do that, and I've done that a few
Well, that's-
times with her.
That's one of the reasons you made Hashaan, though.
Yeah.
There have been a couple of times where I've had to say, if Hashaan kills this person, then Bahamut's going to have a word with you.
Yeah.
Your actions
been
have
like,
consequences.
I won't kill him.
It's like one of the reasons you made her, though, because like Gimgar was you, and you always found her very easy to play because like she was part of your chaotic energy, but like you wanted to try being more refined.
I
Like
think
you wanted to try the real flip side of it.
I think I'm getting better.
No, I think you're
You've
really
gotten much
good.
better.
I think
Oh,
you're
yeah.
great as her.
Like-
she's interesting and she's lawful good, and that's quite hard to pull off. It's just those occasional times when
I think we said-
Amy gets so angry at an NPC that Hashaan also gets angry at an NPC.
Just like grabs them by the collar.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think we said before that Hashan's kind of like Captain Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine in terms of her lawful good status, because like
Yeah.
even he has moments where he just flips his shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Hashaan is Captain Holt, but only when he stood in the doorway of his office screaming, "Bone!"
oh my god, she actually is.
Oh.
That makes Paddy cheddar, I'm just saying.
At the moment, she's after Malark because he is just pushing it.
He is a chaos goblin,
he's
but
the-
not in the way that Gimgar is. Like,
He's the child that you need to put on like a toddler leash. Just to keep track of.
but he's like, you know, a toddler who wants to, you know, touch the thing that's going to bite him, but also he's like an angsty emo teen.
Yeah.
So like he's going to roll your eyes at him when you tell him not to do
The
it.
best of both worlds.
It's
Hannah Montana.
Captain Terrible Decisions.
Terrible decision.
Like, here's 5 options. Only one of them won't kill you. And he's like, well, I better have the rest of the other 4 then. Let me lick them for good measure.
I mean,
in a nutshell.
she loves him just as much as everyone else, but fuck me, he's annoying.
He does put himself into unnecessary danger
Yeah.
more than the rest of us. Or at least since Katie stopped playing with us.
That's okay. Yeah, that's a point. That's Katie,
Fuck me.
Nan, we love you, but oh my god,
We,
so many of your characters have perished.
We are testing out playing. We've been rather spoiled as a group. We've only ever played in person, but we started testing out playing over Zoom, which is like, you know, this newfangled invention that's not new or fangled. But suddenly everybody's aware of it, and so we so are we. So we started testing in, having a go at playing D&D over Zoom, and it's going pretty well. But we figured we'd test it out with a one-shot, so we're trying out some of the stuff that Wizards of the Coast are published as quarantine content. Katie... Erin, who jumps in and out as Ryce, Wyne, joined us for this one-shot. And Erin's playing a gnome. And he's being eaten by a giant frog. And Katie's like, oh, I know what to do. I'm going to ritually cast Tensor's floating disc.
In the middle of combat.
It takes 10 minutes.
I just crossed Katie out the initiative order.
She was literally for the entirety of this rounds-long combat just sat in the back of the cave with a book.
And we're like, Katie, why? Why do you... It's a ritual. It takes 10 minutes. She's like, yeah, but I don't want to get my feet wet.
And meanwhile, we're like, he's drowning.
Phil stabs frog. Gwing shoots guy. Matt punches dude. Liam casts fireball. Katie casts Tensor's floating disc. Amy chews on dead frog because she's creepy and she's insane. Jazz heals Liam.
Amy
and
has gone
it's
back to
it's like this massively long list of everybody doing loads of things. Katie casts Tensor's floating disc.
Man,
sits down.
So I usually play tank all the time, but this time I was kind of like, oh, I'll play something a little different. I say different. It's a rogue.
But
that's for you. That's
we're not
pretty
tanky.
different.
But
we're very squish.
But as I started playing as a rogue, I was like, damn, I understand why everyone does this.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you play the most aggressive rogue I've ever seen, and it was beautiful. It was just such chaos.
It certainly was.
Let's say on the flip side,
I will
it was,
say that the weapon choice of a sling was pretty inspired. It really does sort of pull together Crepe's kind of crazy, just a sort of last resort. I will pick this thing up and murder you with it vibe.
I haven't got a rock. I'll use my teeth.
Pulls a tooth out. That'll do. Oh my god! It's like
you could still use your teeth while they're in your head, Amy. You don't have to do your own dental work every time.
Oh, it was we captured a bandit and I rooted all of his pockets and I found a picture of his family. I was like, well, I guess I'm the father now.
You killed him and now you're like, I will become him.
That bandit that betrayed you and you were like, I took on Dave's family and you've betrayed me. Out of the kindness of my heart, I adopted his kids. Everybody was like, Dave's kids are much better off this way.
At one point, a bandit was trying to get us to oh no, don't leave me here to die. You'll bring me with you or whatever. You need me. And so Crepe was like, can I just rip your face off? We'll take that instead.
And then the bandit turned to us like, do you know she's saying some quite worrisome stuff, your ally over here? And we were like, we just met her.
Honestly.
Not affiliated.
Well, there's the moment where we had to get Erin's body out of a frog because he was dead. And instead of just reaching it, Crepe just gets in the frog.
Like Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. She's like, I'll take it out from the inside.
It's much goofier than High Hopes Slow Rolls because
I don't know what happened with
you're like,
Crepe.
well, I guess I got to get in. And I'm not sure you do.
Well, so Crepe was meant to be this kind of angsty, moody goblin. Didn't want anything to do with anyone else, uses everyone else, turns into this insane creature that
gremlin creature
will bite a frog in order to assert dominance.
It is little grabby goblin hands, but in a whole character.
Yeah.
Also, she failed her stealth check trying to eavesdrop at a door, and she face planted into it.
I get this sort of frantic energy from Crepe when she's not being involved. So if there's stuff on the inside and they're not being allowed to have access to it, it just gets more and more panicked. So he just starts slapping at the door, rattling the door handle really furiously, scratching at it, let me in, let me in.
Katie closed the little key latch.
Yeah. Yeah, she just slid the keyhole cover closed.
One shots are so good because we're now far too invested in High Hopes to make any big scary decisions because they'll have consequences.
Or to go
one
full
shots,
silly.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You can do whatever the hell you want for funsies.
Basically, I love my goblin.
I know that you guys weren't 100% invested in like it. I had the energy that this was going to be goofy and weird, but really the peak of that for me was that like Erin's character was fully dead, and you all were like, Erin's in trouble? I'm like, he's in the most trouble. He is in fact dead. And you're all like, what? What?
Also, Erin's character is named Maggot Pie.
Yeah.
I thought I'd slip that one in there.
Erin comes up with the
Whenever,
best character names.
Whenever Erin plays like a cute character, I don't believe it, because like we've been put in situations where Erin's had to like play a couple of quite mean characters, and every time he turns up and he's like, "I'm just a gnome," and I'm like, "Who really are you?"
I'm just a nice guy trying to have a nice day, and we're like, kill him.
Holds a dagger
trust
to his
it.
throat. Really?
That's why it was quite weird playing the one shot, and he died, and we were all worried about it.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, I think we're going to call it there. Thanks very much for listening to this frankly nonsense.
Yeah. None of it was really relevant to anything.
Thank you for listening to us bash Amy's ugly kids.
All of them.
All of them.
Her Animal
From
Crossing
the Animal Crossing
ugly
villagers to Crepe.
Yeah.
Crepe the goblin one shot person.
He's
Gimgar,
ugly in a whole other way. Thanks again to our patrons for sponsoring this madness, and also for coming out in force for us in this weird, difficult time that we're all living in. It really means a lot to us to see you joining us over there. And also, thanks to everybody on the Discord server for being...
Yeah, you guys are super cool.
Just a peach. Just an absolute peach. Sparks, I'm going to try and get this in places where you can listen to it more easily. But in the meantime, thank you everybody for watching this on Discord, on YouTube. If you liked this, then leave us a like, maybe subscribe to this channel. I feel like such a hack when we do these things, but the statistic shows that it works. So if you want to prove me wrong, you have to go back through all of our old videos, leave a comment and put a like on those so I can stop doing this.
Share it.
Share this with some of your friends maybe. And we will shriek at you some other time.
That's a nice way to sign off.
Goodbye. Thanks for having me. See you.
Good to have you here, Beth.
Yeah,
Well.
it was fun.
Woo.